Are the Hela and Jane Foster offers teasers for future buffs? Could someone already be on their Tier 8 Gauntlet? Is the Feelin Green event dropping next week? And much, much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Wednesday. And do make sure before you go anywhere, hit the like button as well, subscribe with post notifications on all if you haven't already to get regular videos, not just Marvel Contest of Champions new stuff, but also guides and other information as we play through a lot of the events for this month and future guides for more permanent content. And before going anywhere as well, I want to give a massive thank you to those that support the channel through the medium of YouTube membership and as well Patreon. Thank you so much to everybody that helps and supports as you do. You're on screen now. And also those that come by each and every day to watch the streams, and as well those that give the free Amazon Prime sub, the Prime Gaming sub, and Tier 1 subs and bits. Thank you so much to those that support over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live, and we'll be streaming more Cavalier difficulty grind later today. But without further ado, let's cover some Marvel Contest of Champions news, shall we? So one of the first things, and there has been some questions asked, is can you repeat the current International Women's Day boss rush to gather more profile pictures? And the answer is yes, of course you can, with somebody here on Reddit picking up the Black Widow one, the Elsa Bloodstone, the Storm Pyramid X, and the Jubilee one. So yeah, do bear in mind you can pick up more than one. It's up to you if you want to rerun it, especially because it's fun, it's enjoyable. A lot of players are enjoying it, enjoying grinding through, so yeah, good times. Now, what of this offer you heard me talk about? Well, there is this offer currently that's in-game that is either something that's an exclusive bundle for either iOS or kind of like Android users. And does this pop to anything in particular of a future buff? It is very hard to say. Personally, I'd like to say no, but it's quite coincidental that we're coming into a month where there's a very key Asgardian character coming into the game. And as well, there will be synergy representations for both champions, both Hela and as well of Jane Foster Thor. And this is the thing. I don't think people are going to actively go about themselves to like buy this particular offer here for Jane Foster. But as well, there is like a good amount of players that are interested in Hela as a champion, even more so when it comes to synergy-based improvements. But something to bear in mind is this doesn't guarantee you a shot at the champion. It is indeed randomized to Hela and back. Or Hela and back. And just to dispel some of the thoughts, like I know people have been saying that, well, does this mean there's going to be a buff coming? I got to be honest, I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't know if they would rework or they would have to completely rework Jane Foster Thor and really tap into some kind of like knowledge and especially comic book stuff in order to kind of give a big push to the champion. But let's face it, with Jane Foster Thor becoming more of a prevalent character within the MCU, especially with Thor Love and Thunder, you would expect that would be when we'd see an improvement or a buff to that champion. So I think that's a long way off. But with Hela, the thing is, well, the Asgardian-based synergies around Odin, you can see some improvements. First of all, with Warmonger, which is while charging a heavy attack, Hela gains twice as many Fury buffs. Man, I am looking forward to trying out that, I really am. And as well, you've got Odin Sons and Odin Daughters, which has Hela having a plus 5% buff duration for each fight the team has won. This again pulls into the Odin sleep and Odin and stuff like that. I think you're going to find a lot of champions are going to be absolutely incredible with Odin as the character, kind of an apocalypse to the cosmic line, especially more so the Asgardians, if anything. But as well, there are some applications elsewhere with other champion types. But you know, that's really it. I think that's, without blowing that out of proportion, I just think that that's where players are kind of like looking at this as it's just an offer. It's a good time to pick up a champion that may get a decent kind of like buff in future, but it's randomized. It is so randomized and doesn't guarantee you any of a chance to pick up yourself a 5 or 6 star or even 4 star, depending on which one you're going, Hela. But still, you know, you do you. If you want to buy something, buy something. Okay, now let's cover something that, and again, this is kind of rumors, like without any kind of like solid evidence. I'm just going off of hearsay within the community. But it's interesting to know because it does tie into something of a factual story. So if you don't know or you can't remember, back at the start of the month, Odin's gauntlets were a little bit bugged. It basically meant that when players were kind of like grabbing the first to 5 caskets, they were still seeing the tier 1 difficulty, and theoretically they would be going into it and they'd be wasting their feather, even though that what command were presenting were that this was working as intended when it was not. This affected a good chunk of people, but it was resolved. And what I believe is the feather was refunded. Some players were able to still gather the Uru, but not the significant amount that they need in order to buy the further casket, the tier 6. It's a bit of a complicated one to explain, but if you understood what I just said then you know. If you don't, then basically people got extra feathers to do more grinding. Let's read on with the story and then try and explain that a bit more. So someone said here, I am just wondering if anyone has been able to do tier 8 already. I've heard that some players had already fought it, so it's harder. So is it harder than tier 6 and tier 7? And people are reminding people, this should open up for players, if I've done my calculations, on Saturday. So Saturday morning, so that will be, what, like just past midnight for me, and then it will just be a case Saturday morning I'll be able to do tier 8 difficulty. And it should be a case for certain other players, but, you know, however the clocks are working for you, that's going to be the thing. And yeah, people are reminding that, yeah, tier 8 is not available. But then someone said here, supposedly some people got double Uru and 2 feathers as part of the mistake fix. I thought it was 1, but there may have been a second day that players were unable to access, which meant that they would grab that. I personally haven't seen anyone, but to be honest, I thought that's meant to be like it tops you up, so you're able to get back up to where everyone else is. Seen anyone where that happened, but if it did, they could be on tier 8. Not likely, but possible that condition had occurred. So there may be some situations, if there's rumors around, yeah, it's just a case like, well, what's true, what's not? Because at the moment, just don't know. But the player says here, I am one of those people, but there was a bug where the number of horns of worth did not match how many caskets I bought, so I wasted like 3 feathers. I finished tier 7 a day later than most people. I would have enough Uru to do tier 8 tomorrow, so I'm wondering if it would be too much for me to handle. Well, I'm not 100% sure on this. It's just, again, reading into this. It is impossible to do tier 8, but then said I am able to. I received double Uru, 1 extra feather. Kabam told me that it will not be taken against my account, and I'm not the only one. I'd like to. This is why I'm kind of like I'm kind of referring this down to like rumors and kind of stuff. But as well, I will be doing it tomorrow. So that was yesterday. I'll let you know. I'll take a screenshot. I'll put it in the discussion as it's allowed in this situation. So just scrolling down. Is this it? This might be tier. This is tier 8. Wow. Okay, so it is true. So that's the thing. I didn't really kind of read this fully through, but I was like, okay, this is tier 8. So we've done tier 7. Now it's on to tier 8, and you see these we've got Odin as the end boss, and that's good because we've got hashtag metal, hashtag metal, hashtag. Oh, this is a Magneto, man. Magneto is going to absolutely slay this. Looking forward to this. But yeah, this is tier 8 revealed right here. Hela has aspect of death, which we know. All the same, combo up, heal or hide. And then buffed up. Oh, okay, buffed up. Okay, buffed up. Oh no, buffed up, yeah, for the prowess. Sorry, thinking strange things. Strength in numbers and power drain. Okay. Well, that's still alright. You know, you can still flash off some stuff with Magneto. That's okay. So yeah, wow, that is tier 8. So there you go. If you're interested in what tier 8 is going to be like, then we've got the scoop right here, very early. So that's good. Shout out to Loki Pokey. If you are making more gains before anybody else, please post it on the not on Discord. Please post it. Well, post it on Discord if you want to, but post it on the forums. Keep this up because this is what we want to see. It's just like, you know, we can future plan as a community, going like, okay, well, this champion's this. Pretty cool. And now on to Feeling Green. Yes, Feeling Green. Now I thought I'd mention this because we are coming dangerously close, not in a bad way. Excitingly close, I think I should say. It's not dangerous. Feeling Green event. No. Yay, Feeling Green event. The Feeling Green event was and is like one of the greatest for picking up loads of revives and stuff. So with the prizes that you get can really range. More so if like from a green standpoint. So these lovely boosts, 30% there, 20% there, revives. And I think that's like, was it a 5-star crystal? It was or it wasn't. I can't remember if it is. But I think there was like a Feeling Green event. Like there was a like a little kind of quest that's done. And I always love it when Kabam do that because then everyone feels like, oh, this is great. You can pick up revives for free. And I really hope that this is done. It's more than likely that this drops close to the St. Patrick's Day 17th of March, which is, funny enough, next Wednesday, which would be amazing. Last year, and then following on from, I got Dan's little post here from back last year, 17th of March on the dot, fell on it. So yeah, Tuesday last year it was. So I would expect that this will be a perfect next Wednesday release, and I'm so looking forward to the Feeling Green event, and I can't imagine that they would not do this. It has been something that Kabam have done for a while now. I think that they will do this. And a little bit of a reminder is that characters and champions that are green gather points in the grind. So by doing that, you get those particular milestones ticked off even. So there, we got like 50k, and it's done by using green champions. So if you've got like a 6-star green champion, make sure to kind of like look at it and go like, I'm going to be using you for the Feeling Green event. Also, just realized that last year there was a Women of Power solo event. So, well, I don't know if we'll get that, but I think it's just very kind of out of, time frame and dating system to go, oh, we just had the International Women's Day solo event. Oh no, maybe they will get both next week. Who knows? But Wednesday is today, and there may be like something else to drop, unless it's going to be something, as I said, that drops next week, which I think would be nice, because we've had the International Women's Day boss rush today, yesterday, or Monday even. So it's a case like, there are events going on. Maybe there's something going to be this Wednesday. Maybe it's going to be next Wednesday. But we're not even like 1 week after the update. I'm kind of like going like, where's the next piece of content? A variant, I think, should be kind of like coming soon. I mean, next month should have a variant of some kind, which I think is Groot and Rocket's holiday special. But I don't know, that seems kind of weird to run as a variant, so maybe they'll just skip to the next one, unless they're making it a themed thing. Maybe for Easter. Probably not, though. And now we go on to the final story of Marvel Contest of Champions news, and that is arena predictions. All predictions, as normal, are down below for you to check out. But when it comes to Mangog, I'm really unsure about where this character lies with the community. It's good enough, it has good punch and crunch to damage, if that's a good assessment. But I just don't know if I see the character being anything more than 55 mil in the arena. I find it hard to kind of like say that it's going to be a 60 mil, 65 mil. So I think 55 mil is what I'll go with. I'll stick my neck out on that one. The 4-star version, again, I think it's going to go, personally, I feel it's going to go close to about 9 mil. But I'll stick, as I usually do, with 10.5 mil. Because it's better to be safe than sorry with this. And Magneto, the House of X version, I'm going with 1.8 mil for that one as well. So, yeah, those are my picks. That's my predictions. Good luck in the grind if you are going for it. And yes, see you all later on, maybe for a second video today. If not, then I will just see you on the stream later on tonight at around about 2100 hours GMT, or maybe a little bit earlier on. But keep locked to Discord, Twitter, and other areas for the announcement of when I'm going live. So look out for that.